All right, let's talk about something that happens behind the scenes every time you get a new app update: deployment. It's this hidden process that decides whether a new feature is an awesome surprise or a total disaster. So let's pull back the curtain and decode how it's all done. You know the feeling, right? You're excited for new features, you hit that update button, and then poof. The app is buggy, slow, or just completely broken. It's so frustrating. Well, that exact moment of chaos is what a smart deployment strategy is designed to prevent. So, what even is a deployment strategy? Honestly, think of it like a battle plan for shipping new code. It's the playbook that says exactly how we're going to get a new version of our software out to the world, all while keeping the lights on, catching bugs early, and most importantly, keeping you, the user, happy. To get a handle on this, we're going to break things down into three main approaches. We'll look at the big switch, then the gradual rollout, and finally, testing in the wild. After that, we'll wrap it all up with a cheat sheet to help you figure out which strategy fits which situation. First up, the big switch. So, this first category is all about making a clean break. There's no easing into the change here. You're basically flipping a giant switch, moving from the old version to the new one in one single decisive moment. The simplest and, frankly, oldest strategy is called recreate. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You turn the old version off, then you turn the new version on. Super straightforward, but it has one massive catch: downtime. While that switch is happening, your app is completely offline. The process itself is brutally simple. Step 1, stop everything. Step 2, install the new code. Step 3, start it all back up again. Now, this might be totally fine for a small internal tool you update at midnight, but for any website or app with live users, that downtime is an absolute deal breaker. So how do you get that big switch feel without pulling the plug? That's where the clever blue-green deployment comes in. Imagine you have two identical setups. Your current live app is running on the blue environment. Meanwhile, you get the new version completely ready and tested on the green one. Once you're 100% confident, you just flip a switch at the network level, and bam, all user traffic instantly goes to green. And the benefits here are huge. Since the old blue environment is still just sitting there, ready to go, if anything goes wrong on green, rolling back is as easy as flipping the traffic switch right back. That means your rollback is instant, it's fast, it's safe, and you get to test on production-grade hardware before a single user ever sees the new version. So, putting them side by side, you see the real trade-off. Recreate is simple but disruptive. Blue-green is seamless, but it's more complex, and here's the kicker: it has a major cost. For that whole deployment period, you're running and paying for double the infrastructure. But hey, not every release has to be some dramatic all-or-nothing event. Sometimes, the smartest move is to introduce change slowly and carefully. This brings us to our next set of strategies: the gradual rollout. First up is the rolling deployment. Instead of needing a whole separate environment, you just update your application bit by bit. You take one server out of the mix, update it, make sure it's healthy, and bring it back online. Then you just move on to the next one, and the next, and the next, until your whole system is running the new version. The real beauty of this is how efficient it is. You get zero downtime, and you don't have to double your server costs, which is a huge win. This approach is a perfect fit for modern container-based systems like Kubernetes, where you might have hundreds of these little application instances to update. Now for a strategy named after a classic safety trick: the canary deployment. You know, like how miners used to bring canaries into coal mines to detect toxic gas? Developers do the same thing. They release a new version to a tiny percentage of users, the canaries, to see if anything bad happens before it affects everybody. This chart shows you exactly how it works. You might start by sending just 5% of your traffic to the new code. All the while, you're watching your monitoring tools like a hawk. Are error rates climbing? Is the app slowing down? If everything looks good, you slowly dial it up, maybe to 25%, then 70%, until you've safely switched everyone over. It takes some sophisticated tools, but it's incredibly powerful. The key benefit here is confidence. You are making decisions based on how real users are interacting with your code in the wild, not just some test environment. And if that first 5% of users runs into a problem, you can just roll it back instantly, and the vast majority of your users never even knew there was an issue. All right, our final category takes this idea of learning from users even further. These strategies are less about the mechanics of deploying and more about using the release process itself as a tool for experiments and validation. This is where we start testing in the wild. You've definitely been a part of an A/B test before, even if you didn't know it. With this strategy, you're not just checking for bugs, you're trying to answer a business question. Which button color gets more people to sign up? Does this new headline make people read the article longer? You deploy multiple versions at once and let the user data tell you which one wins. A chart like this is the payoff. You run the experiment, and the data gives you a clear winner. No guesswork, no arguments. In this case, version B is way more engaging. This allows teams to make choices based on hard evidence, not just what they think is best. And finally, we have what might be the cleverest and most complex strategy of all, shadow deployment. The best analogy is a movie stunt double. The new version of your code is running in the background, getting an exact copy of the live user traffic. It does all the same work, but its results are never, ever shown to the user. This is the ultimate in safe testing. You get to see exactly how your new code behaves under the full stress of real-world traffic, but with zero risk to your users. It's absolutely perfect for validating those critical, invisible backend systems, like a new payment API or fraud detection engine. Whew, okay. We've covered a ton of ground, from simple switches to complex shadow tests. So how on earth do you choose the right one for the job? Well, let's bring it all together in a quick and easy guide. Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. Let's walk through a couple of examples. Say you're a startup testing a new button color to boost signups. An A/B test is the perfect tool for that. But if you're a huge bank updating a critical transaction system where failure is simply not an option, shadow deployment is how you do that safely. Or if you're running on Kubernetes and just want a simple zero downtime update without breaking the bank, a rolling strategy is your best friend. It all comes down to balancing your tolerance for risk, cost, and complexity. And that's really what this is all about. It's about moving away from just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. It's about making software releases methodical, professional, and data-driven. Picking the right strategy gives teams the confidence to innovate quickly without being afraid of breaking things. So next time your favorite app gets an update, think about this for a second. Was that a slow Canary release that you were part of? Did they use an A/B test to pick that new icon? Understanding these strategies gives you a whole new lens to see the incredible, invisible engineering that powers our digital world. Thanks for digging into this with me.